You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from UPMC Park as we're getting set for Game 4 in this 6-game series between the Erie Seawolves and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from Erie, Pennsylvania. It is a sentence that has been said constantly this season. We lost a one-run game last night. The Baysox have lost 26 games this year by exactly one run. They have played in the most one-run games this year, 19 and 26 overall in one-run games. That's the most in the Eastern League, but their winning percentage, just around 440, is the second lowest in the Eastern League. Only Binghamton trails Bowie in that category, and Binghamton has had a losing record for most of the season. They've been out of contention pretty much all year. But while the Baysox are still in first place in the Southwest Division, if you can turn their luck around on some of those one-run games, then they wouldn't have as close of a lead as they do right now. It would be so much more focused on a massive lead over the Erie Seawolves. But instead, it's just a one-run lead as Bowie wants to gain some ground right now. A one-game lead, not a one-run lead. So focused on one-run games. It's a one-game lead right now that the Baysox will have to try and build some ground on. They might have their work cut out for them today, but they showed what they're capable of offensively, even against a good pitching staff 2 nights ago when they routed Erie 15-5. It's just that little piece, that final little bit for Bowie to get over the hump of those one-run deficits. Make that jump, make that last push, push ahead, and hold the line. Bowie, if they can do that, then they can go on some big, big runs, build some ground, and secure their place in the Eastern League postseason. As we focus on today's game, though, is Bowie trying to regain some ground, hoping that they don't fall back into a tie for first place. Let's open with the numbers ahead of today's game. As Bowie comes in for game number 124 on the year, a 62-61 record, a one-game losing streak for the Baysox. They are 6-4 over their last 10. Bowie is 27-33 when playing on the road. Erie comes into today's game, number 124 of the season for them as well, 73-50 on the year, a one-game winning streak. Erie is 5-5 over their last 10, and 37-23 when playing in front of the home crowds at UPMC Park. In the second half, Bowie is 35-19. That is the best record in the Eastern League this half, while Erie is 34-20. Two sides are neck and neck in the Southwest Division standings here in the second half. Bowie is in first, a one-game lead over the Erie Seawolves. Erie is in second, a 4-game lead over the third-place Akron Rubber Ducks. Akron is 5 games out of first. Altoona is in fourth. They are still on an outside chance, 6.5 games out of first place and 5.5 games out of second place. A couple of roster moves to make note of coming into this game as the Baysox have made a couple of changes recently. Of course, Maverick Handley, we've been watching him closely to see when he might return, and he has finally been reactivated from the injured list. And of course, earlier this series, Davis Tavares was added up from High A Aberdeen, while Adam Hall and John Rhodes were placed on the injured list. So Bowie does have Tavares. They do have Handley. And they will have Andres Angulo still on their bench as Cody Roberts comes in today to catch the third time in 4 games this series. And they'll be available today. We'll just see if Bowie decides to bring out Handley at any point. All depends on the way that the game goes. Tomorrow we will probably see him, though. Erie made a couple of moves as right-handed pitcher JT Hinson was activated from their development list, but transferred down to Class A Lakeland to begin what you could call a pseudo-rehab assignment, but no, it's not really a rehab assignment. He's just off the roster entirely. Infielder Corey Joyce has been placed on the temporary inactive list, and it looks to be that he will be gone for the remainder of this series while attending to personal matters. And to replace him, infielder Jose King has been transferred from High A West Michigan up to Erie. King only had a couple of appearances with Erie at the start of the year. Did not do too much. Starting pitching matchup today sees Ty Madden go for Erie while Garrett Stallings gets the ball for Bowie. Ty Madden is still in his first pro season, but he's earned his spot up here at Double-A. He was the 32nd overall pick in 2021 out of Texas, a former Longhorn. He built some length in the rotation down at the Tigers High A squad, but he's put together some strong showings in Erie. After allowing 4 runs in just under 5 innings in his debut, he's worked 16 1/3 innings over his last 3 starts while allowing only 2 runs. He struck out 19 batters in that same span as well. That's what's critical. Madden's got a good fastball that works above in the zone and can reach 99 at points. But we had a tough time when it came to that high fastball and that changeup to follow from Reese Olson yesterday as the Erie starter struck out 9 batters. But we might want to learn their lesson from that one into this one to try and get Madden going a bit early. As Bowie sends Garrett Stallings to the mound, he needs a bounce-back start, as August had kind of shown some cracks into what June had been for Stallings. Of course, his month of July was one of the best this season from any individual Baysox pitcher, but Stallings is coming off of 2 consecutive losses and a 4 consecutive losses for the Baysox in games he starts. Over his last, 16 and a third innings, make that 15 and a third innings. Stallings has only struck out 10 batters. A lot of the contact is leading to a couple of errors here and there, but Stallings has fortunately been able to work around them. Mostly, it's still just the home run ball that can harm him. Stallings has allowed 25 this season, one shy of tying the Baysox single-season record, 26 by Josh Towers back in 1999. So if Stallings can keep it in the ballpark today, that should be enough for Bowie, but it is obviously a tough ask, considering the numbers that he has given up on the long ball. We'll just have to see how he plays his fastball and slider. Plenty to come here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We break now, but when we return, we chat with Noah Denoyer. He spun a quality performance in relief yesterday. 4 scoreless, hitless innings, walked 1, struck out 6, and he gives us his thoughts on what it's been like back with the team following an IL stint. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of Minor League Baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend Championship Weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
All right, let's keep things going here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show as we get ready for Game 4 in this 6-game tilt between Bowie and Erie. It has been a tight one so far, and we're checking in with Noah Denoyer. Came out of the bullpen for a handful of strong innings last night. Only allowed 1 base runner a walk, but struck out, I think it was 6 at the end of the day. Just what was working best for you overall last night, Noah?
I think the ability to just get ahead in a count and then kind of put people away quickly, I think just really helped out, being able to give some quality innings.
Yeah. First couple appearances back since a short stint on the injured list. What was the rehab trail like? Just trying to make sure you had your bearings still and making sure that every pitch was going the way you liked it?
Yeah, just kind of getting back into it slowly and making sure everything's still getting thrown the right way and just kind of taking care of my body. So.
Well, I feel like last night was a pretty big prove it to say that, yeah, things are being thrown the right way. What is kind of maybe the goal for starts like this or appearances like this on your first couple of appearances back? To kind of do the same, or maybe get back into that development mode where you try to maybe see if you can get a little bit more movement from a certain pitch, or maybe something else?
Well, just it's always about development. No one's ever really completely 100% like doesn't need to work on anything. So I kind of try and take something from every outing and try and improve on it each day, and then try and put it into my outings and see what happens. So,
as we continue on with Noah Denoyer here on the pregame show, is there something specific from yesterday's outing that you've already isolated, or are you just waiting a couple of days to find it and work on it?
I think I had a lot better slider reps yesterday. I think that's the big thing for me moving forward is making sure I can replicate the good ones that I throw, and then just try and throw it whenever I want. And
it might be the slider, but has there been a specific pitch from you this season that you feel has made a significant improvement that's perhaps been the most improved pitch for you this season?
Well, I've always thrown the curveball like that. I think it's just more of like the location of my pitches, and a curveball overall has helped me kind of do better this year.
As we continue with Noah Denoyer, you've had such a fluid role in terms of starting or relieving. What's that been like from your perspective as you've come into this relief role in the long term since returning from the IL?
I don't really try to change anything, whether or not I'm starting or relieving. Just kind of try and keep things simple, have a similar routine every time. It doesn't need to be exact, but just try and feel comfortable out there.
What is kind of your game day routine? Because when you know that you might be starting or coming in out of the pen for a specific day, do you go have a specific routine to set up? I know Chase McDermott, he was telling me the other day that he shuts off his phone entirely and doesn't even look at it on the day that he's starting. Do you have anything specific you eat, anything specific that you do each day, or just kind of go in and try to stay focused?
Nothing too specific, nothing too crazy. Just kind of get to the stadium, relax, not try and put too much pressure on yourself, and then kind of just get warmed up and get ready for the game, and just kind of stay loose throughout the game.
A couple of conversations I've had with Kyle Moore over the last couple of weeks have told me that he just really wants the message to be that it's not necessarily going to get easier through this remainder of the season, as Bowie has such a good path for this playoff push. How do you feel that message is carrying through the clubhouse? It seems like the vibe is definitely there for it.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost some players, but we also gained some players, and I think we're all hungry to win and hopefully get a ring.
Yeah. So what's been it like? What has that been like from your perspective? If I can shoot the words out at some point, sometimes, is this going to be your first playoff push? What did you ever make a good push at it at San Joaquin Delta College or previously?
Yeah. So we make it to the playoffs pretty far every year at my junior college that I was at. But honestly, I don't think anything really changes from game to game. Like, I feel like there's only pressure if you think there's pressure. You know, the game shouldn't change one way or another. It should just be about you doing what you need to do to help the team win.
How about Justin Armbruster's bounce back last night? That first inning obviously missed a couple of pitches, but still finished with a couple of strong innings, and then you and Connor Loprich followed with that to hold Erie to just 3 hits total. What was that like?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, he didn't have the start he probably was thinking he wanted, but I mean, he finished really well. He was able to grind out innings and give us zeros and give us a chance to win. So that's all it's about.
And then, since we haven't gotten the chance to sit down and chat for a while, maybe the answer's changed, but has there been a new binge show for you lately? Anything new to wrap up the night on the road trips?
The She-Hulk show just came out on Marvel, so I've been kind of watching that. It's not really binge-worthy yet because it's only 3 episodes. Yeah, but watching that.
Yeah. So my strategy for those shows, especially the Disney Plus shows, is that it's hard to wait, but I try to wait the 2 months it takes for the whole show to come out, and then try and watch it through 1 and 2 sittings. So you have you have a different strategy, but I can respect that. How's it been so far, though?
Oh, it's been pretty good. I like to watch all the Marvel stuff because my sister's really big into it too. So we kind of watch it when it comes out and then talk about it after. So.
The 2-week road trip that Bowie went on a couple of weeks ago, I binged both Moon Knight and Miss Marvel through all of that, because I don't think I'd watched any of them since Loki came out, but Loki's still been my favorite. Do you have a favorite of the Disney Plus shows lately?
Yeah, Moon Knight's my favorite for sure.
It had a lot more humor. I feel it played pretty well. That was a good one. So I'll try and catch up on She-Hulk though when I get the time over the next couple of weeks. Noah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
That's Noah Denoyer here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, we're back one final time here to UPMC Park, getting ready to wrap up the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Seawolves just wrapping up taking the field right now, so we'll step aside quickly. When we come back, we've got first pitch and all the play-by-play. Bowie and Erie, Game 4 of 6 comes your way soon.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from UPMC Park. It's Game 4 of this 6-game series between the Erie Seawolves and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from Erie, Pennsylvania. And as Ty Madden warms on the mound for the Seawolves, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at shortstop, you've got Daryl Hernaiz, followed by Connor Norby, the DH, batting second. Hudson Haskin is in center field, batting third. Kobe Mayo at third base, bats fourth. Cesar Pareto is the second baseman, batting fifth. Cody Roberts, the catcher, bats sixth. Toby Welk in left field, bats seventh. Zach Watson in right field, eighth. And Andrew Dashbach is at first base, batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 62-61 on the season. They're 35-19 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Hernaiz, Norby, Haskin, Mayo, Prieto, Roberts, Welk, Watson, Dashbach, all to face off against Ty Madden on the mound. UPMC Park here in Erie, 328 feet down the line to right field, 317 feet to left, and 400 straightaway center. As Daryl Hernaiz digs in, 2 for 15 in his short Double-A career. The first pitch home to him is a fastball. Skims on the outside edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1, and we're underway at 6:05 p.m. on an 83-degree sunny day here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hernandez, and a high fastball misses. It's a ball and a strike now. Bowie holding on to a one-game lead in the Southwest Division standings. They had plenty of chances last night, but just weren't able to close the gap, ultimately falling 3-2. The 1-1, Hernandez watches a breaking ball outside for a called strike, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Bowie won the first 2 games of this series. It was a big blowout win on Wednesday, 15-5, a 1-run win on Tuesday. The 1-2 pitch here, and Hernandez watches up and away. Fastball just misses, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So we've got those shadows pushing across home plate just a tad. The rest of the field nice and sunny. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Tough slider outside, and Madden opens his day with a strikeout on a 2-2 pitch. Let's tell you about the rest of the defense for Erie. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Dane Myers, Parker Meadows, and Daniel Cabrera. Trey Cruz is at third, Gage Workman at short, Andrew Navigado at second, Quincy Naporti at first, and John Rossoff catches behind the plate for Ty Madden on the mound. As Connor Norby digs in, 296 average, 963 OPS in 51 games. First pitch, and Norby watches high fastball. It's 1-0 to start. 11 doubles and 2 triples for Norby, 15 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Checked the numbers yesterday after Norby had a home run in the first inning, as the 1-0 pitch is a half swing. He went, breaking ball down, and it's a ball and a strike, as Norby, in just 51 games here in Double-A, is already tied for the most first inning home runs in the Eastern League. He's got 6. The 1-1 here is popped foul over to the right side, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Ty Madden, a 6'4", 215-pound, 22-year-old right-hander from Cypress, Texas. 32nd overall pick in the supplemental round, still the first round of the 2021 draft from the University of Texas. The 1-2 pitch, and it skims in. Just a little bit low on Norby, and the count runs even at 2. So back-to-back 2-2 counts from Ty Madden against the first 2 batters. Madden on the season with Erie is 2-0 with a 2.57 ERA in just 4 games all starts. He's still in his first pro season, as the 2-2 pitch is swung on and pieced into the mid of the catcher for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Madden to open the game. Umpiring crew for today's contest sees Jay Young Kim over at third base, while Tom Fornarola is at first. Matt Carlian is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. He's the crew chief. As Hudson Haskins steps in, right-hander hitting .272 with an .838 OPS in 98 games. 22 doubles, 3 triples, 14 homers, 52 runs batted in. First pitch home is a fastball. Just misses outside, and it's 1-0 to start. Madden has 25 strikeouts in his 21 innings here with Double-A. He's walked 9 batters, allowed 3 home runs. Opponents are hitting him at a .211 clip. The 1-0, check swing, a flinch more so, and it's on the inside edge for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Haskin has had a good season series against Erie. You hope to see it continue today as Bowie wants to get going. They've scored in the first inning in 2 of the 3 games this week. The 2-0 swung on and missed down and away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The only game they didn't was actually the 15-5 win, so I suppose it's not that conducive to a big offensive day if you don't score in the first inning. Here's the 2-1. Haskin watches fastball miss outside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Madden is favoring the fastball early, as Haskin holds the helmet back down and digs back into the box. Hitters count and the pitch home. Haskin watches outside. Ball 4. Well, the fans already groaning about the strike zone here in the first inning. That hopefully doesn't mean too much. Don't want a long day of griping, as Kobe Mayo will step up to bat. 272 average, or 247 average for Mayo, rather. Haskin has the 272. 699 OPS for Mayo in 20 games. 3 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. First pitch into Mayo, and the right-hander watches off speed. Called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. First batter that didn't see a first pitch fastball. Mayo 4 for 13 in this series. First time that he's seeing Erie this year. Madden holds, fires in the 0-1, and Mayo watches another breaking ball for called strike. Same pitch. Mayo watched it the entire way. Madden has 4 appearances in his Double-A career. The first one was fine. His debut saw him allow 4 runs in 4 2/3 innings. He still struck out 6, but since then he's been great. As the 0-2 pitch, misses high, a fastball, a ball and 2 strikes as that one came in at 95. 5 innings of 1-run ball in his start against Harrisburg last week for Madden. He's fired 16 1/3 innings over his last 3 appearances, allowed just 2 runs. Here's a pickoff throw to first, and they nearly got Haskin. He didn't time up his secondary lead. The throw just wasn't received properly. Quincy Naporti ran his glove into the ground, and that ate up a precious moment before he could get to Haskin. Haskin was able to slide back in safely around it. So now the 1-2 pitch, called strike 3 on the outside edge. It didn't matter. 3 strikeouts for Ty Madden in the first inning. Bowie gets a walk and does nothing else. It was a 19-pitch frame. As we go to the bottom of the first, it's Bowie nothing. Erie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, the Bowie Baysox went down quietly in the first inning. 3 strikeouts and a walk. That was it. As we move to the bottom of the first, Garrett Stallings will try to hold the Erie Seawolves at bay and keep this game scoreless as Stallings warms on the mound for Bowie. Starting lineup for the Seawolves that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Andrew Navigado, followed by Gage Workman at shortstop, batting second. Parker Meadows is the center fielder, batting third. Quincy Naporti at first base cleans up. Dane Myers in left field will bat fifth. Dylan Dingler, the DH, sixth. Daniel Cabrera in right field bats seventh. Trey Cruz at third base bats eighth. And John Rossoff is the catcher, batting ninth. The Seawolves are the Double-A affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. They're managed by Gabe Alvarez, assisted by John Murray and Dan Rickaball. Ollie Cady and Chris Vick is the athletic trainer. Erie is 73-50 on the season. They are 34-20 in the second half, and again, their lineup features Navigado, Workman, Meadows, Naporti, Myers, Dingler, Cabrera, Cruz, Rossoff, all to face off against Garrett Stallings on the mound. As Navigado digs in a .263 average, 784 OPS in 82 games, 15 doubles, no triples, 14 home runs, 35 runs batted in. Right-hander on right-hander to open as Navigado steps in. Stallings turns, kicks, and fires the first. It's an off-speed pitch, called for strike on the upper inside corner, 0-1 to start. Navigado has had a good season series against the Baysox, hitting over .351 just against Bowie. The 0-1 is a floated ball out toward left center field. Running down the left fielder, Welk nearly collides with Haskin in center, but makes the catch. 2 pitches and a quick out for Stallings. Let's tell you about the defense for Bowie. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Welk, then Hudson Haskin and Zach Watson. Gobi Mayo is at third base. Daryl Hernandez is the shortstop. Cesar Prieto getting a day at second base, while Andrew Dashbach is at first, and Cody Roberts catches behind the plate for Garrett Stallings on the mound. As the switch hitter Gage Workman digs in, batting lefty. First pitch is swung on and missed. Nice curveball down. It's 0-1. .230 average for Workman, 714 OPS in 113 games, 27 doubles, 7 triples. The 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball, called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1 now. 14 homers and 66 runs batted in. Quickly the 0-2, swing and just a piece. He got a little nub on it, the end of the bat, poked it into home, and it went back to the screen. Count 0-2 still. Garrett Stallings, a 6'2", 200-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Chesapeake, Virginia, traded over from the Angels back in 2020. The 0-2 pitch is popped up. Third base side, shallow left now as Welk runs down, crosses from the shadow into the sun, still sees the ball fortunately, makes the catch after shifting a bit to his left. 2 up, 2 down on 2 flyouts to left field. And now it'll be Parker Meadows. Erie in their alternate orange jerseys today. The black Bowie on the front side, gray pants, black cap. I said Erie, that was Bowie that's in their orange jerseys. Erie is in their alternate blacks today with the single yellow pinstripe. Very similar to the Pittsburgh Pirates color scheme. First pitch into Parker Meadows misses down, and it's 1-0 to start. It's a yellow cap with white pants for Erie. 263 average for Meadows and 805 OPS in 98 games played as the 1-0 pitch is another breaking ball. This one just misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. First 2-ball count, first ball at all this inning for Garrett Stallings. 15 doubles and 5 triples for Meadows as the 2-0 pitch is checked on, a half swing low, and the home plate umpire says Meadows went. It's 2-1. 16 home runs for Meadows. He's driven in 43 runs this season. There are not many easy outs among the first 5 in the lineup. The 2-1 is fouled off back to the screen, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning as Bowie went down with 3 strikeouts against just 1 walk in the first, but they did run Ty Madden for 19 pitches. Here's the 2-2. Popped up foul again, third base side. It looks potentially for Mayo, and he runs to the warning track to make the catch. That one looked like it was going to keep slicing, but it just held up after reaching its apex, and Mayo pulls it down in front of the Seawolves dugout. A perfect first inning for Garrett Stallings on just 11 pitches. Second inning coming up, we're scoreless here in Erie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On to the second inning already here at UPMC Park. We're scoreless through 1. Only 1 base runner combined. Hudson Haskin drew a 2-out walk in the first. Ty Madden, though, struck out the side. As Cesar Prieto will lead off, 5, 6, and 7 in the Bowie lineup to bat, the only left-hander on roster for Bowie. First pitch into Cesar, and he lays down a bunt. It's up the third base line, but this time it's foul. That's one of the first times that Prieto has actually been able to put the bunt on the ground and not have it stay fair. He's usually been so strong on it, as that fastball was a little bit up and away, made it difficult for Prieto to get the bat on it properly. Normally he's been so good on those first pitch bunt attempts. It really started to fall off during the Baysox last homestand. He did pick up one the other day, however, part of the 15-5 win. It was his first in quite some time. Now the 0-1 pitch, and Prieto watches it bounce in, a ball and a strike. But again, I feel as if opposing teams would scout Prieto properly, especially for these bunt attempts, they wouldn't run into some of the pitfalls that they always do after he misses the first try. The 1-1 misses outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike because Prieto never attempts a bunt after the first pitch of a plate appearance. But third base will still play in on the baseline, and the pitcher will still pitch him way too low to try and get an easy ground ball as the 2-1 is popped up to the left side of the infield. Shortstop Gage Workman is the one to make the call. He nearly collides with Trey Cruz, but Workman makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Little sawed-off piece on an inside fastball, and Prieto is down. Here's Cody Roberts. Roberts hitting .260 this season with a .751 OPS in 71 games. 15 doubles, no triples, 7 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Righty on righty with Madden, and the first pitch home is called a strike, high fastball, and it's 0-1 to start. And Madden did not appear in a game following his draft selection. The 0-1 pitch. Just misses inside. Change up there, runs it even at 1 on Roberts, and that was mostly because of the 110-plus innings he had thrown with Texas headed into the 2021 draft. The 1-1 here is swung on and missed inside. Maybe a little piece, but the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. And that's pretty reasonable. Even these days, you don't see too many minor league pitchers throwing past 110 innings. Garrett Stallings is the only Bowie pitcher that's even eclipsed 100. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Half swing, and it misses inside. Hit off the glove of the catcher. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scoreless game here in the top of the second. The 2-2 pitch on its way to Roberts, and it's a slider. Misses outside as Roberts held off. Run it full. Madden on full counts this year in 21 innings with Erie. His opponent's 0 for 10. 7 strikeouts, 4 walks. The 3-2 here, and Roberts pops it up. Out towards center field. Meadows didn't see it at first, but he had plenty of time to find it. He only had to move to his right about 5 feet, and he makes the catch. There's 2 away. At the very least, Bowie is running into a good pitcher, so you've got to anticipate some of this. At the very least, after striking out 3 batters in the first, Bowie is at least making Madden work a little bit again here in the second, and they're making contact. As Toby Welk will step in now, the number 7 batter. First pitch home, and Welk watches curveball miss inside, and it's 1-0 to start. 252 average for Welk, a 735 OPS in 29 games. 7 doubles, no triples, 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in. They play him a bit on the pull side. The 1-0 pitch is sliced foul to the right side, and it's a ball and a strike now. Only 1 base runner so far as we sit here in the top of the second inning. No one has made scoring position as the 1-1 pitch is popped up on the infield. Directly above the mound, now backing out to the shortstop. It's Gage Workman. He makes the catch. 2 pop-outs to short in a perfect second inning for Ty Madden. We're off and running here at UPMC Park, but Madden is up to 32 pitches. As we go to the bottom of the second, we're scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed lays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the second here in Erie. A scoreless game so far. Still only 1 base runner. As Garrett Stallings will look for another perfect frame. Needed just 11 pitches in the first with a couple of flyouts and a foul pop-out. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 set to bat for Erie, starting with Quincy Naporti. 271 average and an 880 OPS for Naporti in 108 games this season. First pitch to the right-hander is just inside. Change up from Stallings misses, and it's 1-0 to start. 23 doubles and 2 triples for Naporti. He's tied for the league's lead with 28 home runs. He leads the league with 80 runs batted in. As the 1-0 pitch is checked on. A little fluid half swing on a breaking ball down. He held up. They asked for an appeal, but it was a pretty clear ball as the count goes to 2-0. Next pitch in from Stallings, and a high fastball misses. Couldn't get Naporti to chase, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Now that high fastball is normally a good idea, but I don't think necessarily on a 2-0 pitch, especially a hitter's count. The 3-0 is popped up foul right side. Potentially for Dashbach, but he just runs out of room. I think it might have been out of his reach, just over the netting. It bounced, I think, in the second row. It would have been close. If he was less on the pull side to the right-handed hitter, maybe he could have gotten there and given it a look, but it still would have been close. Either way, the count goes to 3-1. Naporti did have the green light, though. See what happens here on the hitter's count. Pitch in from Stallings. Called a strike, went with a high fastball, and Naporti laid off. First full count for Stallings today. Opponents hitting .200 against him on full counts. 20 strikeouts, 15 walks. The 3-2. And Naporti golfs one out toward deep left center field. Haskins running back. He looks up, and there it goes. Solo home run for Quincy Naporti, his 29th of the season. Garrett Stallings has tied the single-season franchise record for home runs allowed. That's his 26th. Erie leads 1-0. Stallings has not allowed too many home runs on full counts either. But after working it full, falling behind 3 balls and no strikes, after he got that second high fastball for a called strike, he should have really left it at that. Shouldn't have fed him something to hit. Well, that's what happened. First pitch to Dane Myers is called a strike in the top half of the zone. It's 0-1. Here's the next. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and away. It's 0-2. So 26 home runs for Garrett Stallings. That ties Josh Towers in the 1999 record for most home runs allowed in a single season. The 0-2 is bounced to short. Charging and gloving low on the dirt is Hernaiz, but he fires an on-target throw to first. 6-3 putout is the first out of the second inning. If you're going to give up a home run to someone, it's fine that it's Naporti. It doesn't help as Bowie trails 1-0, but if someone's going to beat you, it's going to be the veteran infielder that's already playing well above his age in this league. Remember, Naporti's 28. First pitch to Dylan Dingler is called for strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Naporti was brought along to this team after multiple years in the indie ball ranks. Former Phillies prospect. The 0-1 to Dingler is a line drive to center field. Haskin hesitated on it at first, but he actually didn't have to go anywhere for it. He backs up maybe about 2 steps. Catch is made, and there's 2 away. And now here's Daniel Cabrera. And I was looking just over the quick roster for Bowie. They don't have anyone that's that old. I believe Hector Perez is the oldest player on roster, as the first pitch to Daniel Cabrera is called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. And Perez is only 26. Here's the 0-1 to Cabrera. Late swing, and it's lifted out toward shallow left, toward foul ground. Welk is running, but it looks like he's going to run out of room into the Seawolves bullpen. So no balls and 2 strikes. Cabrera hitting .203, 598 OPS in 84 games. 12 doubles, 3 triples, 5 homers, 27 runs batted in. As Bowie trails 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Stallings holds for quite some time. Finally, the 0-2 pitch. That one bounces in, nearly hit the batter. It kicked up some chalk in the batter's box for the lefty Cabrera. So it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Bounced over the mound. Going to be a tough play at second for Prieto. He gloves and fires from the baseline to first in time. Couple of ground outs and a line out end the inning, but not before Erie takes the lead. Garrett Stallings allows his 26th home run. As we go to the third, Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Still only one homestand left to play this season as the Bowie Baysox head home on Tuesday, September 6th for a 6-game tilt with Richmond. It features the last fireworks show of the year on Saturday, September 10th, so be sure to get your tickets at Baysox.com. That'll be a 6:35 first pitch. As we move to the third, 8-9-1 set to bat for Bowie with Zach Watson leading off, Andrew Dashbach and Daryl Hernaiz to follow while Ty Madden continues to work. First pitch home to Watson, and he checks his swing on a fastball called for strike in the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. Watson a 176 average and a 530 OPS in 80 games this season as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed down and inside and off speed, and it's 0-2. Madden hasn't allowed a hit just yet. 2-out walk by Hudson Haskin in the first inning was Bowie's only base runner. As the 0-2 pitch comes into Watson, and it's swung on and missed. High fastball, and Watson's down on 3 pitches. Fourth strikeout for Madden, and now on to Andrew Dashbach. .189 average for Dashbach, a .667 OPS in 88 games played. 10 doubles, no triples, 12 home runs. 40 runs batted in as they play him very deep on the infield. First pitch home, and the righty watches a called strike outside edge. Open the count up at 0-1. Well, Madden, of course, high volumes in strikeouts, 25 punch-outs in 21 innings entering this game. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, down and inside. It's 0-2. The message for Bowie, pretty much after the end of that tough series loss to Akron coming up on about a month ago, was that things will not get easier. And isolated, that's the same for this weekend as the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed high for strike 3. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts for Madden. He's up to 5 on the day. 5 of the first 9 batters he struck out. Now back up top to Daryl Hernaiz, who struck out on a 2-2 pitch back in the first. Yeah, this series does not get easier for Bowie. That's why yesterday was such a tough loss. First pitch and a breaking ball bounced to short. Scooped up by Workman, sent to first, and it beats out Hernaiz. Bowie without a hit through 3 innings, only 1 base runner. Bottom of the third coming up, they trail 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
PestNow is proud proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the third on its way here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox are having a tough time offensively so far. They've only collected one base runner on a walk, already struck out 5 times. Garrett Stallings, he threw just one bad pitch so far today, and that's been the difference as Bowie trails 1-0. First pitch to Trey Cruz is lined to right field for a base hit. Make it 2 bad pitches for Stallings as Cruz collects his 3rd hit here in Double-A. He's 3 for 9 now in his 4th overall game, and now John Rossoff will bat. Rossoff, a .216 average this season with a .533 OPS in 20 games. 1 double, no triples. Doesn't have a home run yet, only 1 run batted in. He's got a good eye at the plate, though. Fine strikeout to walk ratio. And he just hasn't had too much time to actually show himself this season. First pitch misses down, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Rossoff was the primary catcher for the first half of 2021. But then when Dylan Dingler got promoted, he was pretty much relegated and had to bounce around the system for a couple of weeks that year. The 1-0. Called a strike at the knees. Fastball sets it to a ball and a strike now. And since Dylan Dingler has been the primary catcher all season here with Erie, Rossoff has had to resume kind of that same role. He hasn't been with the club all year. He's gone to a couple of different levels if they need catching help. The 1-1 pitch, and Rossoff pops it up. Foul ground, left side, running on it, Welk, and he stops on the warning track, makes the catch. Just inside the Seawolves bullpen, Rossoff fouls out. Deep enough to left field for Welk to at least give it a good run, and there's 1 away. So today is a contact kind of day, it seems, for Stallings' email. First 9 batters, he hasn't struck anyone out, hasn't walked anyone. First pitch to Andrew Navigado is popped up. On the infield to the right side, Dashbach runs down, straddles the line, and makes the catch in fair territory. He came down about, I'd say, 40 feet, and there's 2 away. But again, all 8 outs recorded by Stallings have been in play. And now here's Gage Workman. Switch hitter flew out to left field in the first. Here's a pickoff throw. Doesn't get anything. But it's good to keep Cruz honest. He stole a base in his Double-A debut back on Tuesday. See what he does here as Bowie trails 1-0 in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Workman. Fastball called a strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Well, yesterday's game was a bit of a slog, considering how each of the starting pitchers had to labor through the opening few frames. Next offering, called a strike on the top half of the zone. It's 0-2. Here's the next. Half swing, did he go? They'll appeal to the base umpire, he did. Workman strikes out swinging on a high fastball. That's going to get some gripes from the fans, but it really looked like he went. I was just more surprised that the home plate umpire didn't ring him up. First strikeout for Garrett Stallings. He strands a leadoff single at first, and we're on to the fourth already. Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Fans, don't forget, care's around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointments needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. Already on to the fourth inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox trail 1-0. Connor Norby will lead off. Ty Madden back to work. He has not allowed a base hit yet. First pitch home, and he watches down and inside. It's 1-0 to start. Norby struck out swinging back in the first inning. Madden struck out 3 in that frame. He struck out 5 total. After Norby, Hudson Haskin and Kobe Mayo will bat. Next pitch, and Norby lines it up the middle. The first base hit of the day for Bowie as it rolls toward the gap, but it's cut off by the center fielder. Meadows keeps Norby from extending it into an extra base hit, but he leads off with a single as that early little look at a no-hit bid is over. Bowie has the leadoff runner aboard, leadoff batter aboard, and maybe they can do something with that as he represents a tying run. Here's Hudson Haskin. He's the only other Bowie base runner today after drawing a walk on a 3-1 pitch back in the first inning with 2 outs. That was some strong plate discipline for Haskin, something that you're glad to see this late into the season against a strong pitcher. Norby takes off, and the first pitch is bounced back to Madden. He throws to second for 1, back to first for a double play. You're kidding me right now. The hit and run was nearly perfect, and Madden just fired a 1-4-3. Bowie could not catch a break in their opportunities yesterday, and it looks like that's continued into today, especially when Erie had so many defensive miscues over the first 2, pretty much 3 games of this series. They committed 3 errors last night, and Bowie did nothing with any of them. As the first pitch into Kobe Mayo misses down and inside, count starts out at 1-0. Hopefully that's not a morale killer for the Baysox right now. It's still only a 1-run game. Next pitch is bounced over toward third. Scooped on the run with an outstretched arm by Trey Cruz. He fires to first, and the inning is over. Bowie gets a leadoff single, but in the end, it is still just a 5-pitch inning for Ty Madden. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend Championship Weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Bottom of the fourth coming up. Garrett Stallings has not really been granted much time to rest on the bench this evening. As Bowie trails 1-0, Stallings deals with 3, 4, and 5 in the Erie lineup. First pitch to Parker Meadows, and the lefty belts it out toward deep left field. Welks running back. He looks up at the arena, and there it goes. Off the top of the wall. It's picked up by Hudson Haskin. Fired to third, but it's way high. It's a leadoff triple for Parker Meadows. I honestly think that one was gone. But it's a runner at third. Sixth triple of the season for Meadows. I don't think Erie's going to complain too much about that. Would have been gone at Prince George's Stadium, I can tell you that much, and Quincy Naporti will bat now. Naporti homered back in the second inning. So far the only run and the biggest run of this game, as Bowie has not been able to do much of anything this evening offensively. Infield will play in with runner at third and no one out. First pitch, and Naporti watches fastball for a called strike. Surprised he didn't go after it. Stallings definitely needs to bounce back, and Naporti probably could have realized that quickly, but decided to lay off. Homered on a full count he did back in the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Naporti swings and misses on a low and inside breaking ball. It's no balls and 2 strikes. After securing that first high fastball, now that it's 0-2 especially, Stallings just really can't go with the fastball for the rest of the plate appearance, I would imagine. As time is called, Naporti asked for a brief moment. Stallings was trying to get into the rhythm. Bowie trails 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, Stallings, he's just not had time to rest on the bench. Ty Madden has been working too fast. The 0-2. Down and inside, a ball and 2 strikes. Madden used 7 pitches in a perfect third inning. He used 5 pitches in the fourth. Bowie got a single to open the frame. But then on the very first pitch, Hudson Haskin hit into a double play. Here's the 1-2. Naporti fouls off the high fastball. Gets back to the screen, and the count stays. Again, it's risky to be playing with those high fastballs right now after serving that one up on a full count to Naporti back in the second inning. If you want to go high, you've really got to go high. It's got to be around the chin. Here's the 1-2. Curveball lifted out, a soft fly out toward right field. And a sliding grab by Zach Watson. He made the catch. The runner tags and scores. Sacrifice fly for Naporti, though. Great play by Watson, but it's 2-0 Erie. So Naporti's done all the damage for the Seawolves today. And again, at the rate that the Baysox are playing offensively over the last 2 nights, this 2-run lead might be too much. Bowie couldn't overcome a 2-run deficit last night. As Dane Myers steps in. Base is empty, now 1 away. First pitch into Myers, and a fastball gets called for a strike on the upper inside corner. It's 0-1. I was speaking a little bit earlier that the message for Bowie is isolated down to this exact series as the 0-1 pitch is fouled off back to the screen, 0-2. How after that series loss to Akron, the road doesn't get easier for Bowie. This series does not get easier, despite the 2 big wins that the Baysox have had. The 0-2 pitch to Myers misses outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes, because they're already running into the wood chipper with Ty Madden right now, who's allowed 1 measly base hit and faced 1 over the minimum, as the next pitch to Myers misses inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then over the next 2 days, they face Wilmer Flores, who has a 2.51 ERA, Chance Kirby, who leads the league with a 2.52 ERA. Here's a grounded to short, backhanded deep in the hole by Hernaiz, throws to first, it's high. That'll be an error. No, they're ruling that a hit. I'm not sure I agree. But Myers extends his hit streak to 12 consecutive games. Bowie has to run up against 2 strong pitchers on Saturday and Sunday, as Erie has switched to a 6-man rotation for the remainder of the season. And again, considering they missed their opportunities yesterday, they might not get it that good again. As Dylan Dingler steps in, first pitch home, and Dingler watches a called strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. As recall, Bowie stranded 6 runners on base yesterday. They stranded 2 different runners at third base. They had 2 additional runners, make that 3 additional runners stranded at second base. As a pickoff throw, goes to first and just misses. We wait on the 0-1 pitch here to Dingler. So 4 of the 6 runners left on base were in scoring position for Bowie in their loss last night, while they out-hit Erie 6-3. Next pitch, Dingler swings and misses on a fastball away, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Not to mention Bowie had a tying run thrown out at home plate in the 7th inning. After Toby Welk reached on an error to open the frame, 2 pop-outs. Andrew Dashbach doubled to right field, but Toby Welk was thrown out. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Slider on the outside edge. Stallings collects his 2nd strikeout. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. As Daniel Cabrera steps in. Grounded out to second base back in the 2nd inning. Runner at first, 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Erie already ahead 2-0. As the first pitch home, as the runner takes off, is a fastball for called strike. Throw to second is not in time. Hernaiz wasn't able to get the tag there. The throw was a little bit to the left on the third base side. Myers swipes his 18th bag. So 0-1 to start on Cabrera. Now a runner works in scoring position, and now Stallings is going with a bit of an interesting stretch here with that runner at second. He goes into a very heavy squat, the 0-1, swing and a miss. Curveball away, it's 0-2. I haven't seen this that much from Stallings this year. But yeah, he'll bend those knees hard and tilt the waist down to where his chest is only about a foot or less from his knees. He uprights and fires the 0-2. It bounces in. Down and away curveball, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Bowie's still only 1 base hit over these first 4 innings. Have not gotten a runner into scoring position yet. They've struck out 5 times. Meanwhile, Stallings has only struck out 2 batters over the 15 he's faced. He's given up 2 very hard-hit balls. Both of them have led to runs. The 1-2 pitch here to Cabrera. Bounces in again, kept in front by Roberts, and it's 2-2. Home run by Quincy Naporti back in the 2nd inning. 26th of the season allowed by Stallings to tie a franchise record. And Parker Meadows opened this inning with a triple off of the wall in left field. It would have been a home run at the old configuration of this park. They raised the home run line in left field just ahead of this season. Here's the 2-2. Cabrera lines it up the middle, a base hit. This could score the run. Haskin charges in center. Here comes the wheel. The throw home looks to be on time, but it's up the line, and he's safe. RBI single for Cabrera, 3-0 Erie. Haskin had it on time, but he threw it more to the first base side, and that's what ruined the chance. Cabrera picks up his 28th RBI of the year. 2-run inning for Erie. That's where that stolen base comes into play, too. Bowie has been the best team in the Eastern League this season at limiting the running game. But it seems to be that almost every time that they run into one small issue with just one good runner, that runner finds their way home somehow. Here's Trey Cruz. First pitch. And he bounces it up the middle. Picked it short by Hernaiz. Deep in the hole, he throws to first in time to end the inning. 2 runs across for Erie. A leadoff triple and a sac fly. 2-out RBI single, and it's 3-0 as we move to the 5th. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org, and let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
At the rate that this game is going, the way that the Bowie offense has been looking over the past 2 days, while they trail 3-0, that might as well be 30-0. As Cesar Prieto will lead off, Cody Roberts and Toby Welk to follow. Ty Madden is back to work. He's thrown exactly 12 pitches over his last 2 innings, faced the minimum. First pitch into Prieto, and it's up and away a fastball. Count starts out at 1-0. Seemed to be that Madden was at least prepared on what to offer the first pitch with Prieto and his proclivity to bunt. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Prieto watches inside for a called strike. It's 1-1. Prieto popped out to short back in the second inning. Bowie only has 1 base hit today, 2 base runners. Connor Roby led off the 4th with a single. Very next pitch, he was taken out on a double play. The 1-1 is fouled off back to the screen, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Bowie has not gotten a runner to scoring position today. As they trail 3-0, they flicked the lights on here at UPMC Park, but still some sunlight to be found on the right side of the field. The 1-2 pitch to Prieto is lined foul, third base side and out of play. Count stays. So this next pitch will be the 5th for Ty Madden. That's the exact number of pitches he threw in the 4th inning to retire all 3 batters. Here's the 1-2, and Prieto watches up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the first 2-ball count for Ty Madden since the 2nd inning, too, when Cody Roberts flew out on a full count. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Change up well up and away, and Prieto goes down swinging. 6th strikeout overall for Madden. 1 away to start the 5th. This is what's going to be daunting for Bowie when it comes to the potential of even thinking about a postseason run. Because while Richmond does have a tough record this half, first pitch to Cody Roberts misses high, it's 1-0. They do still have good pitchers. Kai-Wei Tang among them, who is 2nd in the Eastern League in strikeouts, leads the Giants organization, the 1-0 pitch. Misses high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. They've got that Harrison as well, who's very good. And then after that, if Bowie wants to think about potentially making a run at a championship, they will run into fabulous pitchers in the championship, the 2-0. It's called a strike on the top half of the zone. It's 2-1. Bowie has not found really any answer this season against many of the Somerset pitching staff. The 2-1, Roberts fouls it off to the screen, 2-2. Of the 12 games that Bowie and Somerset played this year, the Baysox only won 5 of them. Missed out on plenty of opportunities to win games in that series as well. There was a 1-0 loss in their first meeting of the year. There was a walk-off loss in which Bowie had a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 9th inning. The 2-2 to Roberts, bounces in, and it's full. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning as Bowie trails 3-0, but the Baysox have not had any answer for Ty Madden this evening. Here's the 3-2, and Roberts swings and misses. Fastball up and away, 7th strikeout for Madden. Now here's Welk with 2 outs and no one on. And the compounding problem is, especially with the way that Bowie and their games have gone this season, as the first pitch to Welk is called a strike on the outside edge, it's 0-1, is that if Bowie runs into a good starter and they have a tough time against the starter, well, that's usually been it. Because Bowie has not been a good team against bullpen arms this year. The 0-1 is swung on and missed outside. It's 0-2. That's why Bowie has the fewest runs in the league in the 9th inning. That's why they have so few come from behind wins. They just don't do well against bullpens. The 0-2. Welk watches fastball miss well up and away. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bowie trails 3-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Still only 1 base hit for the Baysox. As the 1-2. This is high again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. At least they're making Ty Madden work a little bit here in the 5th inning as he fired 12 total pitches between the 3rd and the 4th. He's up to 15 here in the 5th. The 2-2 to Welk. Just misses outside. Fastball really looked like it could have gone. Welk might have gotten away with one there. Back-to-back full counts here in the 5th. Welk seeing if he can do something with the bases empty. 3-2. Popped up. Foul ground right side, and this one should get out of play, and it does. So the count stays full. But again, Bowie trailing 3-0 after being unable to even overcome a 3-2 deficit last night. Another payoff to Welk. And another foul. Got it on the top half of the zone. Count stays. Well, it's that time of the evening where a small strip of sunlight just splashes across the pitcher's mound and really nowhere else in the ballpark. As Madden fires the 3-2 and it's swung on and missed. Ty Madden strikes out the side in the 5th. Halfway home at UPMC Park, Bowie trails 3-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by this evening as we've been cruising along here at UPMC Park in Erie. Matt Sabatis with you from the northwest corner of Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, it's not as good of a day as you might have hoped with a fast run like this, as Bowie trails 3-0. First pitch to John Rossoff, misses down and inside, it's 1-0. Garrett Stallings has allowed 3 runs in 4 innings so far, including 2 well-struck balls. The 1-0 is bounced over toward third, scooped in the run by a shifted Kobe Mayo. He charges a low throw to first, but it gets there. A little dicey, but in time, 5-3 put out. Back to the top of the lineup for Andrew Navigado. Really, 2 key swings have what's made this a rough day for Garrett Stallings. Quincy Naporte's solo home run in the second inning. It's the 26th that Stallings had allowed this year, tying a franchise record. Gave Erie the lead. And then a leadoff triple on the first pitch of the 4th inning by Parker Meadows. Set the table for that inning. First pitch into Navigado here, misses down and inside, and it's 1-0. Stallings has allowed 5 total base hits, as the 1-0 pitch is bounced off of home plate but foul. It rolls out toward the mound. Cody Roberts was ready to pounce on it, but it's a ball and a strike now. But again, at the rate that Ty Madden has been pitching, at least Stallings got a little bit of time to breathe in the 5th inning. Madden threw 7 pitches in the 3rd and 5 pitches in the 4th, but he needed 20 pitches in the 5th. As the 1-1 here is swung on and missed. Curveball down, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Madden did strike out the side in the 5th, however. So while Stallings did get time to breathe, it was still perhaps a demoralizing inning for the Bowie offense, who's already struck out 8 times today in just the first 16 batters. The 1-2, grounded over towards short. Hernaiz runs in on it, gloves and fires to first. Gets in then time, and it's 2 away. Surprisingly, actually, just the first inning since the first that Stallings has retired the first 2 batters. He had a perfect frame there. So now here's the switch hitter Workman. An 0-for-2 day with a strikeout back in the 3rd. Even despite the 3 runs allowed, Stallings is on a very efficient run to potentially go very deep in this game. First pitch to Workman is swung on and missed, down and inside. It's 0-1. Stallings might finish out the 5th in under 60 pitches. He'd have to get Workman out quickly, but it's possible. The 0-1 here is lined out toward left center, a base hit, splits the gap. That's at least a double for Workman, but it's some deep alleys here. Let's see if he's thinking about 3. He is. Here comes the throw. It's late. Second triple of the game for Erie. Workman's 8th of the season. And now here's Meadows, who had the other triple. Yeah, the contact for Garrett Stallings has not been the best today. Some of the strikeout numbers he put up in his month of July that earned him awards in the Orioles minor league system have kind of evaporated since August came around. First pitch to Meadows. This is outside. It's 1-0 to start. In July, Stallings struck out 31 batters in 24 2/3. I mean, heck, even in June, he was striking out batters, but he was giving up contact. Right now, he's just not striking out batters. Next pitch is fouled off. It's off of home plate, and it's a ball and a strike. In August, Stallings only struck out 21 batters in 17 innings, and as he's got 2 outs here in the 5th, he only has 2 strikeouts. Bowie trails 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at third, 2 away. The 1-1. Misses just down and away. It's 2 balls and a strike on Meadows, who's 1 for 2 overall. He tripled off of the wall in left field on the first pitch of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-1. Called a strike on the outside edge. Maybe a bit of a generous give, but it runs the count even at 2. Stallings has not struck out 5 batters in a start in coming up on a month. August 10th was the last time he did it. It was 6 innings of 1-run ball against Akron, a game that Bowie ended up losing. Next pitch is popped up. Shallow left, Welk running down. The shortstop, Daryl Hernaiz, runs out and makes the catch over the shoulder. Risky play to end the inning. Hernaiz really needed to make that happen, and he did. 2-out triple, left stranded at third. Stallings is still working very efficiently on 67 pitches through 5. 6th inning coming up, though. Bowie trails 3-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Only one fireworks show left in 2022. It's Saturday, September 10th, when the Richmond Flying Squirrels come to town. First pitch is at 6:35. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
On to the sixth inning at UPMC Park. Bowie needs something on offense. As they trail 3-0, Ty Madden has allowed just one base hit, 2 base runners over his 5 scoreless while striking out 8. 8-9-1 to bat. First pitch to Zach Watson is a fastball that misses up and away. It's 1-0 to start. Something at least that Bowie has going for them a little bit on this second trip through the order is that there is a ton more first pitch balls from Ty Madden. The 1-0 to Watson is swung on and missed down and away, and it's 1-1. First pitch ball to 4 of the last 5 batters for Madden and 5 of the 8 that he's faced in his second trip through the order. The 1-1 pitch. Watson holds back on a slider outside. It's 2-1. Watson struck out swinging on 3 pitches back in the third. Madden was 2/3 of the way through an immaculate inning before Daryl Hernaiz grounded out. The 2-1 misses high, and it's 3 balls and a strike on Watson. But the starting pitchers have been very efficient through these 5 innings. Madden needed 64 pitches. Garrett Stallings only 67. The 3-1 pitch, and Watson hacks at it. High fastball, and he fouls it off. Madden has been seeing a couple of more full counts, though. This is already his 3rd consecutive full count. His efficiency came from lightning fast 3rd and 4th innings. The 3-2 pitch is lofted out toward left field. A little bloop finds its way down for a fair ball. Watson is going to try for 2. It's dug out of the corner by the left fielder and thrown to second late. Myers did get a good track on it as he had to try and receive that bloop, but it's a double for Zach Watson, his 9th of the season. The Baysox have their first runner into scoring position today as Watson leads off the 6th, but they need to do more than that. But we had their chances with a tying run on base in the 4th inning, but Connor Norby was taken out on a double play on the very next pitch. Tying run doesn't work now until we get to Daryl Hernaiz, who's on deck. Andrew Dashbach digs in here with runner at second. First pitch home, and Dashbach watches a called strike. Off-speed pitch on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Dashbach struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. Sun's mostly gotten down behind the buildings in downtown Erie at this point. We've got shade covering the playing surface as the 0-1 pitch is down and inside. Good hold off from Dashbach on a flinch in, and it's a ball and a strike now. As Bowie trails 3-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Only their second base hit of the night gets Zach Watson to second base. 1-1 pitch, and Dashbach watches a high fastball. He has not pulled the bat off of that back shoulder just yet. Count moves to 2-1. Madden sets out of the stretch and fires the next. Dashbach pops it up. Sliced out to the right side. This one will get out of play on a foul. It's off of the picnic patio here at UPMC Park, and the count moves even at 2. And again, Bowie needs to get the job done. They had multiple opportunities yesterday. Of the 6 runners they left on base, 4 of them were in scoring position, and they don't want to miss out on their first chance with a runner at scoring position all night. Here's the 2-2. Dashbach watches low, just under the knees. It's 3-2. On the strike zone yesterday, probably would have called that a strike. But that's now 4 consecutive full counts from Ty Madden. The payoff pitch, and Dashbach floats it into center field for a base hit. It's the first base hit for Andrew Dashbach all season on a full count. One of the most peculiar stats all year, and it finally sees a conclusion. As Watson moves to third base, he was holding up for a second just in case that ball found its way into a mitt. But there's runners at the corners now with no one out here in the 6th inning. It sounds weird for me to be celebrating a routine base hit like this, but for Andrew Dashbach to hit a ball on a full count was the most improbable outcome of the season. And that's not even a joke. Dashbach had run 70 plate appearances full. 70, 7-0. That was the 71st, and that was his first base hit all season on full counts. When I first caught that, probably back, I'm not necessarily sure when, June, I thought it would change soon, but no, it took until September. So as we've got a quick mound visit, Zach Watson is actually having a quick conversation with the athletic trainer. I think when he tried to hold up from his secondary lead following that contact from Dashbach, he might have tweaked something, flinched a little bit, grimaced, but it looks like he's not going to get attended to too much. We're just going to have that quick mound visit and wrap it up. And now here's Daylor Horniz, representing a potential tying run with first and third, no one out here in the top of the 6th. Bowie trails 3-0. First pitch home, and Horniz holds back. Inside fastball misses, and it's 1-0 to start. 0 for 2 day for Horniz. Here's the next. Swing and a miss. Curveball down and inside, and it's 1-1. Horniz is 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position here in his young AA career. Still only 2 for 17 so far. Now the 1-1. Lifted on a fly out toward right field. Might be deep enough to score the run. Cabrera runs down. He makes the catch. Charges the throw as Watson tags. The throw gets in, but it bounces. Watson slides home to score. Bowie is on the board. They trail 3-1. Sacrifice fly for Horniz. It's his second RBI here in AA. First out of the inning. Still a tying run available here with Connor Norby. Norby, a 1 for 2 day. He had Bowie's first base hit in the 4th inning. And until this inning came across, it was the only base hit. First pitch, high fastball misses, and it's 1-0. Madden has been having a couple of lengthy frames now. After 7 pitches in the 3rd and 5 pitches in the 4th, he needed 20 pitches in the 5th. And he's already up to 16 pitches here in the 6th with only 1 out. The 1-0 pitch, and Norby takes a half swing on a breaking ball down. First base umpire is the one to ring him up on it. Again, I feel like the home plate umpire could have called him on that because it really looked like he went around. But the count goes even at a ball and a strike now. As Madden holds set out of the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Norby watches off speed, called for strike on the outside edge, and he instantly shakes his head. He thought that curveball was too far outside. The home plate umpire even hesitated before making the call. Runner at first, 1 away. The 1-2 pitch, and Norby takes a late hack at a high fastball to foul it off to the right side. Count stays. It's the biggest chance of the game for Bowie. And if someone's going to get it done, Connor Norby would be the one. You just really hope it comes to fruition. The 1-2. Norby watches just down. Fastball missed. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, that looked like it could have been a strike based on the way the zone was called yesterday. And that's why they rotate the umpires. Quick pitch for the 2-2, and Norby swings and misses. Tried to hold off on a low changeup as Madden quickened the timing, and he got it to work for him. That's his 9th strikeout. 2 away here in the top of the 6th as Hudson Haskin will bat. Haskin wrapped up one of his best months of the season. Not even one up, his best month of the season. Haskin finished August with a 300 average and a 929 OPS. Drove in 18, homered 3 times. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch here. It's called a strike on the inside edge. 0-1 to start. Haskin walked on a 3-1 count back in the first inning. After Connor Norby singled in the 4th, Haskin immediately hit into a double play as the 0-1 pitch is fouled off to the right side already. 0-2. Again, Bowie has not been a big team this season when it comes to attacking opposing bullpens and coming from behind deficits late, which is why I say this is perhaps the most important time for the Baysox to try and at least get one more across. The 0-2, Haskin watches fastball well high. That one was probably above the forehead. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. It obviously would not be the end of the road for Bowie if they don't get anything else here. They've already gotten a run across, which is good, but if they only get the 1, that hurts. The 1-2, and Haskin swings and misses. 10 strikeouts for Ty Madden. Bowie gets a run across thanks to 2 early hits, but that's it. Bottom of the 6th coming up. They trail 3-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Bottom of the 6th here in Erie as the Baysox get 1 on the board, but they still trail by 2. Garrett Stallings is back to work on 67 pitches through 5 innings. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 with Quincy Naporti to bat. Naporti has driven in 2 of the 3 Erie runs. And the first pitch to him here is a line drive to deep right field. Watson's running back against the corner. He makes the catch. Mid-stride, pulling it up just against the shoulder. It didn't fully stretch out, but he was able to pull it down from the right-hander going the opposite way. Naporti doesn't even do that too often. Well-struck ball. Unfortunately, 1 pitch and 1 out here to start the 6th inning. Now Dane Myers to bat, who had a single in the 4th. He scored Erie's 3rd run. Well, Myers stole second base in that 4th inning, and that was critical. Put him in scoring position to come home on a weak single by Daniel Cabrera. If it weren't for that, he would have been left. First pitch to him is called a strike. It's 0-1 to start. As Stallings delivers the next, and it's popped up. On the infield, right side, second baseman Prieto makes the call, camps, and the catch. Quickly 2 away. at the rate that Stallings is moving, he could find himself as the first pitcher to even enter the 7th inning for the Baysox this season, as he's just reached 70 pitches. His career high came just 2 weeks ago, 94 against Somerset. Here's Dylan Dingler. First pitch into the right-hander is a breaking ball. Called a strike inside. Oh, goodness. That one looked like it was definitely a bit narrow to Dingler, but hey, it's a strike for Stallings. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. Pitch under the knees, and it's 0-2. Base is empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Bowie trailing 3-1. It's just been a contact kind of day for Stallings. It's helped him move quickly, but it's also burned him. As the 0-2 pitch misses down and away and skips by the catcher. Moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Last time Stallings threw fewer than 80 pitches in a start, to be specific, was actually against Erie. Next pitch is lifted out to deep right field. Watson's running back at the warning track. He makes the catch. Dingler gave it a charge, but not enough. A perfect 6th inning for Stallings, as he's at just 74 pitches through 6 frames. That was a 7-pitch inning. 7th inning coming up, Bowie trails 3-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, fans, don't forget about the upcoming Adley Rutschman bobblehead giveaway at Prince George's Stadium. It's part of the Friday football kickoff event. Friday, September 9th, when the Baysox host Richmond. It's an Adley Rutschman football bobblehead. Because if you recall, Adley in his freshman year, back when he was up in that Pacific Northwest, he was a college kicker. So they've got a nice bobblehead to celebrate that little piece of history. As you can get your tickets at Baysox.com, we're on to the 7th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie. Bowie needs to get the offense going. They had a little bit of a semblance of it in the 6th, but stranded a runner at first. Got a run across and used enough offense to knock Ty Madden out of the game. He's done after 6 innings, and Gerson Moreno takes over. First pitch in from Moreno to Kobe Mayo. Misses up and in. Breaking ball starts the count out at 1-0. Ty Madden finishes the day in line for a win. A quality start. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run it was earned. He struck out 10 batters. That's a new high for him in Double-A. It's a new season high for him, as a matter of fact. A career high since it's his first season. Next pitch to Mayo is called for strike on the outside edge. It's 1-1. Madden allowed just 1 run with 1 walk. But we had a bigger opportunity in the 6th with 2 base hits to open the frame, but could only get 1 out of it. Here's a line drive to left field from Mayo, but it slices foul. It's off of the netting, head of the Seawolves bullpen, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. After Mayo, Cesar Prieto and Cody Roberts will bat as Moreno takes over. 6 foot, 218-pound, 26-year-old right-hander from Yamasa in the Dominican Republic. Moreno is in his 2nd stint with the Tigers organization. He was signed as a minor league free agent in 2020. The 1-2 pitch misses outside. Draws some frustrated calls, and it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. And Moreno had been with the organization for quite some time. Surgeries and an injury had him released at one point, and he re-signed in 2020. The 2-2 pitch here, and Mayo pops it foul out of play. Count stays. Gerson Moreno has 42 appearances on the year. That's tied for the most out of the bullpen from Erie this year. A 2-2 record, a 3.21 ERA, 47 2/3 innings, 77 strikeouts, 31 walks. He's allowed 4 home runs. He was the losing pitcher on Tuesday. As the 2-2 pitch is fouled off again. The high fastball consistently to Mayo. Moreno has a good slider. I imagine after 2 high fastballs fouled off, we see that slider, especially on a 2-2 count. Moreno can still fire it low and away and see if he can get Mayo to chase. Base is empty, no one out here in the top of the 7th. Bowie trails by 2. The 2-2 pitch here. It's the fastball called for strike in the lower inside corner, and Mayo is heated about it. Doesn't stick around in the box, but vocalizes his distress while looking at the umpire walking back to the dugout. Moreno starts his day with a strikeout, 11th overall for Erie pitching. And now here's Cesar Prieto. Prieto 0 for 2 with a strikeout back in the 5th inning. As they put a shift on for the lefty. Let's see if Prieto squares for bunt. Nope. First pitch is called a strike. Slider on the upper outside corner of the zone. It's 0-1. Moreno came in the 9th inning of Tuesday's game, a game tied at 5. He gave up a leadoff double to Cody Roberts and then threw back-to-back wild pitches. The 0-1 pitch, and Prieto bounces it slowly deep in the hole at second, and it gets by. Into center field for a base hit. Prieto is aboard. First hit of the day for him. He's got hits in 2 of his last 3 for Bowie. And now here's Cody Roberts. Roberts had that double, advanced to 3rd on a wild pitch in the 9th inning that day, and then came home on a wild pitch from Moreno. That made it 6-5, and Bowie won the game. After allowing Roberts to score, though, Moreno struck out the side. First pitch into Roberts, and he watches a called strike. Fastball lower inside corner. Roberts objects to it slightly. And it's 0-1 to start. Next pitch in for Moreno is fouled off back to the screen. So already 0-2 on Roberts, who's 0 for 2. He struck out in the 5th inning, flew out to center field back in the 2nd. Bowie trails 3-1 here in the top of the 7th. They've not had many opportunities today. As the 0-2 pitch is fouled off again to the screen. Roberts is just trying to stay alive at this point. But Madden in line for the win unless Bowie can tie this game up. Roberts does represent a tying run at this point, but with the weak contact that Bowie has gotten in this game, home runs don't really seem like they're going to be part of the equation. Pickoff throw to first. Really a half-hearted toss. Moreno doesn't get any zip behind it. Prieto is able to bounce back in safely, and the count still 0-2 as we wait for the next to Roberts. Here it comes. Roberts belts it out toward left field. This one up the line, out toward the wall, and it's going to hit off of the top of the wall. Prieto's going to charge to second, now to third. He gets back in safely after taking a hard round. Roberts will go to second standing, however. A one-out double puts tying run in scoring position for the Baysox. Roberts is 16th of the season. Gives Bowie their best opportunity of the night. Well, Kyle Moore had to get animated and vocal about Cesar Prieto not rounding third too hard. Bowie has already been burned once this week on fly balls or line drives, more specifically, off of that left field wall. It's not padded above the 10-foot mark, so the ball bounces back quickly, and it can lead to quick throws from an adept left fielder, which Dane Myers very much is. He's got a good arm. So now the infield plays in for Toby Welk. Second and third, one away. First pitch, and Welk watches inside fastball called for strike. Moreno has done that to 3 consecutive batters now, and Bowie is laid off of all of them. Welk is 0 for 2, a strikeout swinging in the 5th inning. Here's the 0-1. And Welk lines it out toward deep left center field in the alley. This will touch down for a base hit. Could tie the game. Prieto scores. Here comes Roberts around. He'll score. A 2 RBI double for Toby Welk. And it's 3-3 here in the 7th. A blown save for Moreno, his 5th of the season. And Bowie is in business for the first time tonight. A go-ahead run in scoring position as Welk smacks his 8th double of the season. He's up to 19 RBI, and now Zach Watson will try and get something done. Moreno is walking over to third. They're stepping on third base to see if Roberts had touched the base. He would have been ruled out if he didn't touch the base, but he's ruled safe. Third base umpire gives the signal, but at least Moreno is doing his due diligence. Can't ever blame a fielder for that. But a mound visit incoming as Zach Watson will step up with a go-ahead run suddenly in scoring position, and still only 1 out here in the 7th inning. Biggest opportunity of the evening for Bowie now that they've suddenly tied this game up. And boy, you've got to feel, even from the opposing perspective, for Ty Madden here, as he came out with a high-quality start on 10 strikeouts, a career high for him in 6 innings. And all of a sudden, he's off the books. Fans, don't forget about our friends at On the Green Incorporated. They're celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs. Now, they can guarantee results for residential and commercial lawns. Whatever problems you may have, they can make it nice and lush to resemble the ballpark greens of Prince George's Stadium. Now, if you mention that you heard about them on the Baysox broadcast, you'll get a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. So be sure to give them a call because, while there isn't much time left in the summer, you can still enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Ink by going to onthegreenink.com or calling 410-695-0444. 3 straight hits with 1 out for Bowie, single for Prieto, double for Roberts, 2 RBI double by Toby Welk to tie the game at 3. And now with runner at second, 1 away, Zach Watson, who doubled and scored in the 6th, will try and maybe give Bowie the lead. Third base plays in front of the baseline, a massive gap on the right side of the infield. Watson doesn't normally go the opposite way. And time is called. John Rossoff behind home plate. Checks the wrist guard there to see what the signs are for a runner at second here. Want to make sure that they have it proper. Identical line scores, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for both, as Moreno sets at the chest out of the stretch. First pitch into Watson, and he watches slider miss down and away. It's 1-0 to start. That slider for Moreno is what got him into trouble on Tuesday. Dylan Dingler, who was catching that day, had a little bit of tough time receiving the slider. It led to one of the 2 wild pitches that gave Bowie the lead. Here's the 1-0, Watson. Swings ahead on a slider outside, and he got a piece, but it goes back to the screen. That's where the slider can really work for Moreno. If it's playing well up against the edges of the zone, it fools batters heavily to where they're pretty much already through the zone before the ball has even gotten to the dirt. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Watson watches down and away, still the slider. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Andrew Dashbach is on deck as we've tied this game up at 3 just before the stretch. The contest that cruised through the first few innings has finally started to see some action. Here's the 2-1 offering. Watson swings and misses, still the slider outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But now, as Bowie is threatening, they're starting to get someone loose in the bullpen, which is a bit surprising as Easton Lucas gets warm. Tell you why it's surprising in a second. As the 2-2 pitch bounces in, kept in front by Rossoff. Good read on the low changeup, and it runs full on Watson. Well, it's surprising a bit to me simply because Garrett Stallings had only thrown 74 pitches through 6 innings, but you can understand why you want to bring someone else in now that Bowie has gotten into this game, because Stallings had been giving up constant contact. You don't want to risk it. Runner at second, 1 away. The payoff to Watson. Swinging a poke foul. He barely got a handle on that slider down and away. Pretty much had to flail his bat into the other batter's box, but Watson just got a sliver. So the count stays full, and we'll try again with Welk, not necessarily taking too big of a lead off of second base. Moreno isn't even focused on him at all anyway. As the right-hander sets, splits the middle of the rubber, another 3-2 pitch, and Watson watches called strike 3 high. Oh, goodness, and Watson is a little animated while pointing at the missed call there. The home plate umpire turns and shakes his head at him. Watson not pleased. So Watson strikes out looking. Second punch out for Moreno, both in this inning. 12th overall for Erie pitching as Andrew Dashbach will bat. Go-ahead run still in scoring position. Dashbach singled up the middle in the 6th inning. Bowie has 5 hits just against their last 5 outs. First pitch to Dashbach. Slider called for strike. Hits the outside edge, and it's 0-1. Easton Lucas is getting warm with vigor now in the bullpen. I imagine he takes the bottom of the 7th. So Garrett Stallings is most likely done. The 0-1 pitch, and Dashbach takes a half swing on the inside edge. They don't even ask for an appeal. That was more of the handle than it was the barrel. Bowie is pretty good at holding up on some of those. It runs the count even at 1. If Stallings is done, he had a quality start. And right now it's a no decision for him. If Bowie takes the lead, he'd be in line for a win. The 1-1. Dashbach watches fastball miss away, and it's 2 balls and a strike here. 6 innings for Stallings. He did allow 6 hits and 3 runs all earned. 2 strikeouts, no walks. But to do it on just 74 pitches is perhaps what's just as impressive. The high contact number is what really did it for Stallings today. Runner at second, 2 away in the top of the 7th, a 3-3 game. Dashbach trying to put Bowie ahead. The 2-1 from Moreno is popped foul out of play, right side. It's 2-2. Now this is where left-handers would be huge for the Baysox. Toby Welk is not a speedster by any means, but if Bowie had more left-handers in the lineup, then the infield would have to shift against them, and it would really set up big opportunities for massive gaps on the infield because third base would want to play close to the bag still. The 2-2. Dashbach swings and misses. Slider outside, and Bowie strands a go-ahead run in scoring position, but they've tied the game up. 3 straight hits with 1 out in the 7th, including a tying 2 RBI double by Toby Welk. As we stretch here at UPMC Park, it's 3-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Bottom of the 7th here at UPMC Park. A much different game than we saw when we entered this frame, as Bowie has tied the game at 3, bringing in a new pitcher to try and keep it that way. Garrett Stallings finishes with a quality start. Thanks in part to Toby Welk and his 2 RBI double in the 7th, Stallings takes a no decision today. He would have been in line for the loss until Bowie had tied the game. 6 innings for Stallings. He allowed 6 hits and 3 runs, all earned. He only struck out 2, but did not walk anyone, allowed a home run. As left-hander Easton Lucas takes over for Bowie to face off against 7, 8, and 9 in the Seawolves lineup. A big task for Lucas now, as Daniel Cabrera will bat. First pitch home to him. Misses high, a fastball. It's 1-0 to start. Cabrera drove in a run in the 4th inning. That made it 3-1 at that point. Actually, 3-0 at that point. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed, down and away. And the count goes even at a ball and a strike. After Cabrera, Trey Cruz and John Rossoff will bat. Easton Lucas, 6'4", 180-pound left-hander, fires the 1-1, and a breaking ball is poked deep in the gap to the right side, and they couldn't decide who should field it. Andrew Dashbach just ran right by it. Cesar Prieto thought Dashbach was going to field it, and as soon as Dashbach just let it go, Prieto dove, and the ball just snuck through him. A defensive miscue. It goes down in the books as a hit, but the mental mistakes for Bowie cost them an early out, and Trey Cruz will bat here. Cruz is 1 for 2 with a single to right field in the 3rd. Massive gap on the right side of the infield, but Cruz now bats as a righty against the lefty Lucas. First pitch. Cruz bounces a curveball to short. Maybe a chance for 2. Underhanded from Hernaiz to second for 1. Prieto can't get it back to first in time. A very slow roller gets Cabrera as the lead runner, 6-4. Cruz reaches on the choice, replacing Cabrera at first, now with 1 out in the inning. Well, I'm so used to Joey Ortiz. I was just so ready to say Ortiz fielded that grounder. At least I'm glad I caught myself. But there's 1 away here for John Rossoff, who's 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out to 3rd, his last time up. Lucas has not been wasting much time once he gets the ball. He sets and fires the first. Rossoff watches a nice curveball for a called strike. 0-1 to start. Well, Easton Lucas is coming off of, without a doubt, his 2 worst starts, or his 2 worst appearances in the second half. But that's actually saying a lot, as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed outside. A curveball runs it to 0-2, because both appearances saw him allow 1 run in 2 innings. And to consider those the 2 worst appearances of the half for Lucas tell you he has been having a great second half. Overall in the season, 27 appearances, a 2-0 record, a 4.31 ERA, 48 innings, 58 strikeouts, 24 walks. Runner at first, 1 away in the bottom of the 7th, a 3-3 game. The 0-2. Fastball misses outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Both appearances came in the Altoona series. Lucas just had something go wrong against Altoona specifically, I suppose. He came in and allowed a run in the 6th inning against the Curve, when he allowed 3 consecutive base runners with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch here is fouled off of home plate. Count stays as Rossoff was ahead of a curveball. Lucas will try again after that 1-2 foul. Runner at first, 1 away. Next pitch. Bounced foul again. Rossoff is just barely making a piece while coming so far ahead of these curveballs and off speeds. Count stays at 1-2. After Lucas allowed that run on a Sunday to Altoona, he struck out the side in the 7th. That was the game that Bowie walked off to win the series. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside. Makes sense to bring out the fastball again, but still too far away. And it runs the count even at 2 as Rossoff holds off. 3-3 game in the bottom of the 7th when Bowie trailed 3-0. 2-2 offering. Fastball just under the knees. We've seen that pitch called for strike before this series and tonight, I feel. Kobe Mayo got rung up for a pitch very similar to that one. And it runs the count full here on Rossoff. Let's see if Cruz takes off. With a left-hander batting, I don't believe he would, but he does have wheels. Stays put. The 3-2 is outside. Well, Rossoff did his duty, fouling off so many curveballs. Lucas eventually had to pitch him away, and Rossoff laid off, but after working ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, Rossoff draws the walk. And now against the top of the lineup, Lucas has his work cut out for him. Andrew Navigado is 0 for 3 on the day. Pop out, ground out, fly out. First pitch to him here. Bounces in. It gets by Roberts slightly, but everyone stays put. John Rossoff took a massive secondary lead, but since there's a runner at second base, he's not being held on at first base. So Roberts couldn't throw to first, even though he had really thought about it. 1-0 to start here on Navigado, as Lucas steps off of the back of the rubber. 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 7th. Go-ahead run in scoring position. Double play ball up for grabs. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. High fastball. It's a ball and a strike on Navigado. He's hit into 8 double plays this season. Has not been a big ground ball bat necessarily, but he did ground out his last time up. 1-1. Floated up toward first base, foul ground, it gets out of play. Well, touches down away from the fielders, more specifically, but it's not in play is what I'm saying now. A ball and 2 strikes on Navigado. That one was just blooped far enough away that Dashbach wasn't able to get to it. But a chance here for Lucas. A strikeout would be critical. First and second, 1 away. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball lifted on a line to right center field, and it's down for a base hit. They're going to hold up the runners, though. Everyone advances just 1 bag, as Hudson Haskin was able to get there in time, but a single for Navigado extends his hit streak to 4 consecutive games, and the bases are loaded for Gage Workman, who tripled his last time up. There's no margin for error here. Josh Conway is going to come out and chat. Lucas has been ahead on the last 2 batters. Trey Cruz attacked the first pitch, and Daniel Cabrera started ahead 1-0 before singling on a 1-1 pitch, but this is where the walks hurt, and that's what's been the biggest trouble for Bowie pretty much on this month-long span that started when they lost that series to Akron. Walking too many batters, having to work from behind early counts, and those walks normally coming around to score. That's what made Tuesday's game so hard. One of the walks eventually scored in yesterday's 3-2 loss. Take that walk away, would have been a tie game, could have had a different outcome. Garrett Stallings didn't walk anyone today in his 6 innings, but if you don't walk John Rossoff after working ahead on him, no balls and 2 strikes, well, you're in a much different position. Gage Workman digs in, 5 for 11 with the bases loaded this year. First pitch, a high curveball. 1-0 to start. 5 batters faced for Lucas. 3 of them have seen a first pitch ball. That's part of the reason why Bowie has run into trouble as well. The walks lead from those first pitch balls. As the 1-1 pitch is sliced foul to the right side. It's 1-1 now, I should say. It was the 1-0 pitch. But again, a 3-3 game after Bowie has had to scratch and claw their way to even be a player in this contest. Eventually tying it. They're in danger of really falling out of reach now. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Too far ahead on the curveball goes Workman. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Bases loaded, still only 1 out. Cabrera led off with a single. A fielder's choice eliminated him, but then a walk and another single. So Lucas has Workman ahead. And time called by Cody Roberts behind home plate. Running out of seconds on that pitch clock. Lucas and Roberts not on the same page right now. He finally comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Inside fastball. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Whatever the outcome of this 1-2 pitch is, could really dictate this inning, aside from foul balls. Lucas doesn't want to miss the zone and have to throw something hittable. The 1-2 here. Again, a foul. Fastball up and in that time, and it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Workman tripled on just the second pitch he saw in the 5th inning. Hit it out to the gap in left center field. He's got 11 RBI with the bases loaded this year. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses high. And it's 2-2. Just as I said, the 1-2 pitch might really dictate how this plate appearance ends up. 2-2 count here might leave your stomach churning a little bit. The next pitch to Workman. Half swing on a curveball outside. He went! The first base umpire rings him up on it on appeal, and Workman strikes out swinging. Well, I said it in the last half inning when Bowie had checked a couple of swings. Andrew Dashbach did one. Bowie's check swings mostly go with the wrists instead of the barrel. Erie has not been much of the same way. That's the second out of the inning. And now Parker Meadows will bat. He's 1 for 7 with the bases loaded this year. First pitch. Meadows watches high fastball miss. It's 1-0. That first pitch ball from Easton Lucas has been daunting. 4 of the 6 batters he's faced have started ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Curveball misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Meadows has 6 runs batted in this season with the bases loaded. He struck out 3 times. He's not drawn any walks. As Lucas splits the rubber, a 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 7th. Lucas sets the 2-0. Fastball lifted out toward deep right field. Watson reading it, ranging to his right, and he makes the catch. Easton Lucas escapes the bases loaded 1-out jam in the 7th. We're on to the 8th, a tie game. 3-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
fans, don't forget about our friends at Pest Now. Proud partner of the Baysox, they provide pest control services from Prince George's Stadium, so that's how you know they're reliable. If you've got any problems with pests, mosquitoes, termites, really even general pest control, whatever it might be, give them a call. They'll help you out. 301-231-8300 or visit them online at pestnow.com. We're on to the 8th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie. A clincher. 3-3 between the Baysox and the Seawolves. Erie loaded the bases with only one out in the 7th, but Easton Lucas got out of the jam. Erie makes a pitching change here into the 8th as Elvis Alvarado takes over, facing off against the top of the lineup. First pitch to Daryl Hernaiz is a swing and a miss on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball high. It's 0-1. Hernaiz is 0 for 2, a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning to bring home Bowie's first run. The next pitch, fastball misses outside, still at 98, it's 1-1. Gerson Moreno is done, a blown save for the reliever. 1 inning with 3 hits and 2 runs. He struck out 3 batters. As the next pitch to Hernaiz is popped foul out of play, 97-mile-an-hour fastball in, and it's 1-2. After Hernaiz, Connor Norby and Hudson Haskin will bat. Elvis Alvarado, 6'4", 183-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from San Ignacio de Sabaneta in the Dominican, fires the 1-2, and Hernaiz swings and misses on a fastball inside at 100 for strike 3. Well, at least the hope is now that maybe Erie is using their hand too early on Alvarado. As he makes his 14th appearance with the Seawolves, he normally doesn't go past 1 inning. Connor Norby will bat now, but they do want him against the top of the lineup, so it does make sense to bring him out here. That's a good strategy. First pitch. Norby pulls back on an inside fastball at 98. It's 1-0 to start. Alvarado is 3-1 with Erie, a 4.91 ERA in 13 appearances, 14 2/3 innings. The 1-0. Norby watches high fastball, called for strike at 97. That was a late ring up. Counts even at 1. 18 strikeouts and 7 walks in that 14 2/3 for Alvarado this year. As the 1-1 pitch is bounced on a slow fastball to the left side, scooped it short by Workman. 98-mile-an-hour heater, saws off Norby, and he's thrown out 6-3. 2 away, here's Hudson Haskin. As Bowie gets a right-hander warming in their bullpen, Easton Lucas is probably going to be done after dancing around trouble in that inning. Jensen Elliott is tossing for the Baysox. He'll be coming out for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Hudson Haskin, 0 for 2 with a walk. He's struck out, he's hit into a double play. First pitch, called a strike. Fastball on the inside edge, it's 0-1. Alvarado came in. When did he come in? In the 15-5 loss, 15-5 win, I should say. It was Erie's loss, the 0-1 pitch. Misses down a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 1-1. Alvarado came in for the 9th inning, just needing to get the work. He picked up 2 strikeouts, gave up a single to Cesar Prieto. That was it. Here's the 1-1. And a bouncer out toward third. Eats up some chalk. It's scooped on the run by Trey Cruz. A throw to first is just in time. Quincy Naporti had to stretch out, but kept his foot on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, 8th. We go to the bottom of the frame. Bowie and Erie are tied at 3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Home half of the 8th inning here at UPMC Park as the Baysox, boy, have they made this close. A 3-3 game, as I'm not really sure how I'm even staying sane right now. Jensen Elliott takes over on the mound for Bowie. Easton Lucas, he had some trouble in the 7th, but was able to dance around it. Loaded the bases with 1 out, but got a strikeout and a flyout to end the frame as Jensen Elliott takes over. Quincy Naporti will lead off. First pitch into the right-hander, and a fastball is called for a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Four, 5, and 6 in the Erie lineup, starting with Naporti, then Myers and Dingler. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball inside, and it's 0-2. Lucas fired 1 scoreless inning, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. That was it. As Elliott takes over, 6'6", 231-pound right-hander. Holds behind the ear and fires the 0-2. Fastball misses down and away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Elliott was drafted in the 19th round of the 2019 draft from Oklahoma State. On the season, 27 appearances, a 6-2 record, 4.57 ERA. The 1-2 pitch, half swing, pitch in the dirt, and the home plate umpire says he went around. Naporti strikes out swinging on a low fastball from Elliott. He starts his night with a strikeout. That's a big one for Bowie. 4th overall for Baysox pitching, and now here's Dane Myers. Elliott has not been a strikeout pitcher this season, so for him to take down heavy hitter Quincy Naporti should be a sign of good things to come. As Dane Myers steps in, 1 for 3. First pitch, he swings through an off-speed. It's 0-1 to start on the curveball. 43 1/3 innings for Elliott. He's struck out only 27 batters. He's allowed 13 walks, 4 home runs. The 0-1 pitch. Myers watches fastball, called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-2. Elliott made 2 appearances in the Altoona series, and neither of them were great. Combined for an inning and 2/3, he allowed 3 total runs. The 0-2 pitch, as a ball comes skimming across the mound. The pitch missed down. Are they going to rule that a pitch? They are. But a ball from the Seawolves bullpen had found its way all the way down to the field of play and just rolled in front of the mound. Fortunately, it was far enough away from Elliott. He could have stepped on that ball and twisted something. Oh, goodness. The 1-2 pitch here misses down and away. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I really hope he wasn't affected by that even mentally, because that's not something that normally happens at this ballpark either. They've got their bullpens well protected. They're still technically in the field of play as the 2-2 is swung on and belted out toward deep right field. Watson runs back. He stops at the wall, and there it goes. Go-ahead solo home run for Dane Myers, and it's 4-3 Erie. I said it, Elliott has not been a strikeout pitcher. He's been a contact pitcher. And to bring in a contact pitcher against the hardest portion of the lineup for Erie is a decision that I am a little interested in, as Myers hits his 24th of the year. First pitch to Dylan Dingler, misses up and in, and it's 1-0 to start. It's the 5th home run allowed by Elliott this year, and Bowie is now down to their final 3 outs tonight. 0-1 pitch, misses down. I say it's 0-1, I actually think it was 1-0. Bowie trails 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the next. Dingler fouls it off back to the screen. I believe it's 2 balls and a strike, but the video board says 1-2. No, it is 1-2. I got tripped up somewhere, I suppose. But the bases are empty and there's 1 out. As the next pitch comes in, and it misses well high. Fastball runs the count even at 2. So in the top of the ninth, Bowie will have 4, 5, and 6 to try and come from behind. The 2-2 pitch is bounced foul to third. Bowie has not been a come-from-behind team this season. The walk-off home run by Colton Cowser on Sunday against Altoona was such a rarity for the Baysox that, I mean, the celebration it caused probably could have been twice as large simply because of how little those come-from-behind wins happen. 2-2 to Dingler. Swinging a line drive, deep left field. Welk running back, stops at the wall, and it's off the top of the wall. Throw goes to second, and they get Dingler. He tried to stretch it out. Welk read the wall well, throws out Dingler 7-4, trying to stretch a single into a double on a high line drive. Second out of the inning on what could have been a runner in scoring position. Defense saving Elliott there, and now Daniel Cabrera will bat. That's the second outfield assist for Welk in left field, just his 10th game in left this year. And now here's Daniel Cabrera. First pitch home. Left-hander pops it foul out of play, left side. It's 0-1 to start. Shift on for Cabrera, who's 2 for 3. RBI single in the 4th inning, the 0-1 pitch. This is down, and it's a ball and a strike now. One-run games have been the constant in this 2022 season for Bowie. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed down, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if we can do a little back-of-the-envelope math right now. Bowie has lost 26 games by 1 run. If you take even half of those and put them back into their favor, they would have 75 wins this year. That would be the most in the Eastern League. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just half of the 1-run losses that Bowie has been dealt this year. Not all of them, just half. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Inning closes. Dane Myers hits a go-ahead home run, and Bowie's down to their last 3 outs. As we move to the top of the ninth, Erie leads 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Bowie already played comeback once tonight, something that's relatively rare for them this season. They've got to try and do it again as we move to the top of the ninth inning. Erie has broken ahead to a 4-3 lead with a go-ahead home run by Dane Myers in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the Bowie lineup to try and get back into this game as Adam Wolf takes over. Thank you so much for stopping by this evening. It's just unfortunate it's not been as good of a game as we could have hoped for. That's about us with you from UPMC Park on what has at least been a nice night in Erie. Elvis Alvarado is done. He's in line for the win thanks to a perfect 8th inning of relief with a strikeout. Adam Wolf takes over, the only lefty in the bullpen for Erie. 6'6", 225-pound, 25-year-old lefty from Milan, Ohio. 5th-round draft selection in 2018. He'll deal with Kobe Mayo to start, then Cesar Prieto and Cody Roberts after that. Adam Wolf has 29 appearances on the year, a 5-3 record, a 2.82 ERA, 79 2/3 innings with a handle of starts under his belt this year. Shifting into a relief role, he's converted both of his save opportunities. First pitch, and Mayo watches fastball miss up and away. It's 1-0 to start. Mayo is 0 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts, a ground out in the 4th inning as well. Wolf has 81 strikeouts against 35 walks. He's allowed 6 home runs. The 1-0 pitch, and Mayo swings through a fastball down and inside. It's 1-1. That's the part of Mayo's game that, in having conversations with the coaching staff, you can still see that little bit of what remains from his time with high A that isn't translating to double A. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got a piece off of home plate, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. That heavy swing on off-speed pitches inside that really have him spinning. There was that brief couple of games between the end of the Altoona series and the start of this one where he looked right. The 1-2 is bounced deep to short, and it's off the glove of Gage Workman. Sneaks into center field. That'll be a base hit, considering the slide that Workman tried to take in on it. And Mayo has hits in 3 consecutive games. 7th hit overall for Bowie. They only had 1 hit through the first 5 innings. So now here's Cesar Prieto. Tying run is on base to start the inning. 3rd time today that Bowie has gotten the leadoff batter aboard. Is Mayo all right? I think after he fouled that first pitch off of his body, he was a little slow after getting away from first base. But he sheds his batting equipment, and he gets onto the bag for Prieto, who's 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the 7th inning. Third base plays well in. Prieto squares, and he doesn't get it anywhere. Fastball was high, but Prieto barely got the bat down. He tried to punch it right down into the dirt, but fastball came too low on his bat, and the foul just skimmed back behind home plate. So the count starts out at 0-1. Prieto will most likely not try again. This could be a special circumstance. Nope, he will take it all the way. High fastball, runs the count even at 1. So the third baseman would be in his best interest to play back at a regular depth, but he's still on the infield grass, probably about 2 paces. Here's the 1-1, and Prieto rips it up the line, but foul. That one had the distance, but just a little bit too hard of a pull, and it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. This is the biggest opportunity for a batter like Prieto. With a runner at first being held on, left-hander only has to contend with basically 1 infielder on the right side. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Prieto pokes it back to the mound. It's going to be a tough play. It's short. They bobble it. Workman couldn't make the transfer once again. He was thinking about potentially tagging Mayo. Prieto is aboard. That's going to go down as an error for Workman. It's another error for Workman in this series. He has not had a good series. That's his 4th in 4 games this week, his 17th overall, and it's going to lead to a battery visit as the tying run has found its way to second base with no one out. Cody Roberts doubled back in the 7th inning. He'll step in, but the rest of the infield is in for this battery visit as well. Around the Eastern League, Akron leads Altoona 6-4 in the top of the 8th inning. Richmond has an edge on Harrisburg 4-2 in the 7th, while Portland leads New Hampshire early 3-2 in the 5th. Reading is dominating Hartford right now 6-0 in the 4th, and Somerset leads Binghamton 3-1 just at the end of the 5th inning out at Marabito Stadium. Bowie trails 4-3 here in the top of the 9th inning. A go-ahead solo home run for Dane Myers in the bottom of the 8th. But now Bowie has put them at 1st and 2nd with no one out in the top of the 9th. Roberts 1 for 3 overall. Corner infielders in, middle infielders look for 2. First pitch, and Roberts watches a fastball skim too far down and inside. It's 1-0. Well, the corner infielders are going to play in just out of basic strategy, but there's only 2 batters in the Bowie lineup that really ever attempt to lay down a bunt. Connor Norby might be a third, but Cesar Prieto and Hudson Haskin are the only 2. Here's the 1-0, and Roberts smacks it foul to the right side. It's 1-1. Bowie with a potential chance here. Wolf is making his second appearance of this series. He came in and fired a scoreless 8th inning against the Baysox on Tuesday. He hit a batter, but struck out a batter. That was it. First and second, no one out here in the 9th. The 1-1 to Roberts. Breaking ball nubbed out toward first, and it falls in foul. That fastball up and in, very much sawed off Roberts. The spin on the ball just curled it over to the right side. It runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. But with the second baseman holding on the runner at second now, it's basically the same scenario with only the first baseman manning the right side of the infield. Roberts goes the other way 35% of the time. That's pretty high for a right-handed batter. The 1-2 pitch. Roberts watches down and in again. That fastball for Wolf down and in isn't getting enough of a good look. As the count moves even at 2. A 4-3 game as Wolf sets. The 6'6 lefty holds at the chest. 2-2 to Roberts. Fastball high. And it runs full at 94 miles an hour. A payoff pitch set to come here with first and second, no one out. Here it is. Roberts bounces it deep in the hole to the left side. Picked by Workman at short, and he can't go anywhere with it. A single for Roberts loads the bases with no one out here in the 9th. Workman has been getting everything to him, and he's just been running out of gas. Infield single for Roberts, his second hit of the inning. And now here's Toby Welk. 1 for 3 with the bases loaded. Here comes a mound visit. Pitching coach Dan Ricabal will chat as the infield was set to play in for Welk. We'll just get a bit of a breather right now. We looked around the Eastern League. Let's check in on the Orioles organization. It's a tight one over in Virginia. Delmarva leading Fredericksburg 1-0. They're in the bottom of the 6th. We rarely see close games like that, especially low-scoring games like that down in Single A. Aberdeen got a good rehab start from Tyler Wells, but they do trail Hickory at the moment 3-2. That's the Rangers affiliate in the top of the 5th. And Norfolk has a 3-0 lead over Lehigh Valley. That's in the middle of the 5th. Gunnar Anderson had a double in his Oriole Park debut. Scored a run as well on a Robinson Chirinos double. And Baltimore currently leads Oakland 2-0 in the top of the 5th. As Bowie has the bases loaded with no one out here in the top of the 9th. Trying to come from behind a deficit the second time this evening. With Toby Welk up to bat, 1 for 3 with the bases loaded this year. He's got 3 RBI, including a walk. First pitch, and Welk watches curveball miss inside. It's 1-0 to start. Wolf freezes at the call. Left side of the infield will back a little bit, but they're still in the baseline. Wolf sets. The outfield plays shallow as well. The 1-0 pitch, and Welk swings through. Fastball at 94 outside. It's 1-1. Inning started with a single by Kobe Mayo that snuck into left center field off of the glove of the shortstop. Cesar Prieto reached on an error. Cody Roberts reached on an infield single. The 1-1 pitch, and Welk bounces it deep in the hole at third. They're going to go home for the force, and they can't go anywhere else with it. A 5-2 force gets Mayo. Every runner advances as Welk moves to first base. Still only one out. A sacrifice fly would tie the game, And that's what Bowie needs out of Zach Watson right now. Watson doubled to left field in the 6th inning. If Bowie can't get it done here, that would be a pretty big metaphor for the way that they've lost some games this season. They need to get this one done. First pitch to Watson. Inside fastball called for strike. It's 0-1. The 1-run losses for Bowie have been their biggest factor. Runners left on base have been their biggest enemy, as the Baysox lead that this season in the Eastern League. They've had trouble in the 9th all year. The 0-1 pitch, and Watson watches slider miss away. It's a ball and a strike now. Because again, even with the work today and the work the last couple of days, Bowie still has the lowest batting average in the 9th inning of games this season in the Eastern League. They've scored the fewest runs. They have the lowest slugging percentage. When they're trying to slay some of those demons right now, as they trail 4-3 in the 9th, bases loaded, 1 away. Wolf steps off the back of the rubber. That's his first of 2 allotted step-offs. You do need to be mindful of that rule. Left-hander sets at the chest. The 1-1 pitch to Watson. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball inside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Welk is at first, Roberts is at second, and Prieto is at third. If Watson can get it out of the infield, but we can tie this game up. The 1-2 pitch. Watson swings and misses. Low fastball. First strikeout for Wolf. It's the biggest of the day. 15th overall for Erie pitching. And now here's Andrew Dashbach. Dashbach is only 1 for 12 this year with the bases loaded. He's driven in 6 runs. He struck out 6 times. He has 1 walk. I imagine he gets an inside fastball to start. That's what Wolf has been doing. First pitch, inside fastball. He swings and misses. If Bowie loses tonight, Erie will move back into a tie for first place. As the 0-1 pitch is swung on and a broken bat. Floated out to center field. It's caught. Parker Meadows makes the catch. And the game is over. Bowie loads the bases with no outs in the 9th. They strand them all, and they lose 4-3. Baysox postgame coming up next.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabatis.
Well, if that was not a loss that more told the Bowie Baysox season, I don't know what was. As Bowie loses another one-run game, they have lost 8 of their last 12 games by 1 run. Or 8 of their last 12 losses, I should say specifically, as they fall 4-3 to the Erie Seawolves. Bowie loaded the bases in the top of the 9th inning with no outs, and they stranded all 3 runners aboard to fall back into a tie for first place. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame here from UPMC Park in Erie, Matt Sabatis with you. We'll recap this one and then look around the Eastern League, see how this loss is, of course, going to hurt Bowie in the Southwest Division standings. They needed to pick up this win or the win yesterday to maintain a division lead, but that's just not what's going to happen. So first, let's recap. We go back in time to 6:05 p.m. when first pitch came home from Ty Madden to Daryl Hernandez. Madden racked up 3 strikeouts in the frame. He did give up a walk, but had no issue around a 2-out walk to Hudson Haskin and Garrett Stallings in the bottom of the first. He looked to be about just as efficient. Despite all 3 batters getting contact on the ball, Stallings was perfect on just 11 pitches. Top of the second came up, though, and Madden started to stop allowing base runners. 3 up, 3 down on 13 pitches, and in the bottom of the second, that's where Stallings blinked first, gave up a big fly to Quincy Naporti. 2. And Naporti golfs one out toward deep left center field. Haskins running back. He looks up, and there it goes. Solo home run for Quincy Naporti, his 29th of the season. Garrett Stallings has tied the single-season franchise record for home runs allowed. That's his 26th. Erie leads 1-0. I said it at the time, if you're going to give up a home run to someone, I suppose it's fair that you give it up to Quincy Naporti. He is the league's leader now with 29 home runs, but still doesn't sit too pretty considering the fact that Stallings has now given up 26 this season. And in the top of the third, Bowie did not have much else going for them as Ty Madden stepped in, struck out 2 batters in a 7-pitch frame. In the bottom of the third, Stallings was back to work, though. A leadoff single was left stranded. And in the top of the fourth, Bowie finally got their first base hit. Connor Norby singled on a 1-0 offering. But on the very next pitch, Hudson Haskin hit into a double play, and that inning was over on just 5 pitches. In the bottom of the fourth, since Stallings did not have really any time to rest on the bench following that 5-pitch fourth, he was instantly hammered. Parker Meadows hit a leadoff triple on the first pitch, and Quincy Naporti drove him in about 2 pitches later. Here's the 1-2. Curveball lifted out, a soft fly out toward right field, and a sliding grab by Zach Watson. He made the catch, the runner tags, and scores. Sacrifice fly for Naporti, though. Great play by Watson, but it's 2-0 Erie. Inning wasn't over for Erie in that frame either after Dane Myers singled and stole second base. Dylan Dingler struck out. 2 outs. Daniel Cabrera drives in Myers. Here's the 2-2. Cabrera lines it up the middle, a base hit. This could score the run. Haskin charges in center. Here comes the wheel. The throw home. Looks to be on time, but it's up the line, and he's safe. RBI single for Cabrera. 3-0 Erie. So already a 3-run lead. The Baysox did overcome a 3-run deficit back on Tuesday when they eventually won 6-5. But with the way that Ty Madden was pitching, that looked like a lot more of a challenging task today because in the top of the 5th, Madden struck out the side. In the bottom of the 5th, Stallings gave up a 2-out triple to Gage Workman, but stranded him at third base. And in the top of the 6th, Bowie finally got something. Zach Watson led over the double to left field, and Andrew Dashbach single to put him to third. That gave Daryl Hernandez plenty of opportunity to drive in Watson. Now the 1-1. Lifted on a fly out toward right field. Might be deep enough to score the run. Cabrera runs down. He makes the catch. Charges the throw as Watson tags. The throw gets in, but it bounces. Watson slides home to score. Bowie is on the board. They trail 3-1. So Bowie finally got something across. They did strand a runner at first base when that inning came to a close, but they were on the board. In the bottom of the 6th, Stallings worked 3 quick outs, a line out, a pop out, and a fly out on just 7 pitches. He could have gone out for the 7th. He was only at 74 pitches. But in the top of the 7th, Bowie got to work. Gerson Moreno came out, and he's been having trouble this series. After striking out Kobe Mayo to start, Cesar Prieto singled. Cody Roberts doubled to push Prieto to third, and Toby Welk tied the game up. Here's the 0-1. And Welk lines it out toward deep left center field in the alley. This will touch down for a base hit. Could tie the game. Prieto scores. Here comes Roberts around. He'll score. A 2 RBI double for Toby Welk. And it's 3-3 here in the 7th. So a massive double for Welk. Tied the game with only 1 out. Moreno returned to strike out the next 2 batters, but the damage was done. And in the bottom of the 7th, Bowie turned it over to Easton Lucas. Lucas nearly ran into disaster, loaded the bases with only 1 out, but struck out Gage Workman and got Parker Meadows to fly out, ending the frame, sent the game into the 8th. Against Elvis Alvarado, flame-throwing right-hander, reaching 100 at a couple of different points, Bowie had nothing. Strikeout, ground out, and the inning was over. In the bottom of the 8th, Jensen Elliott came on after he struck out Quincy Naporti. Dane Myers gave Erie the win. Here's the 0-1. And Welk lines it out toward deep left center field in the alley. This will touch down for a base hit. Could tie the game. Prieto scores. Here comes Roberts around. He'll score. A 2 RBI double for Toby Welk. And it's 3-3 here in the 7th. Oh, that was Welk's home run. I guess suppose I cut that wrong. But Myers did pick up the solo home run against Elliott, and it was 4-3. But we got to the top of the 9th inning. They were down to their final 3 outs, and miraculously, they made it a game. Adam Wolf didn't get some good defense. Kobe Mayo singled. Cesar Prieto reached on an error. Cody Roberts singled. The bases were loaded with no one out. Toby Welk grounded into a force out at home. Zach Watson struck out. Andrew Dashbach ended the night. As the 0-1 pitch is swung on and a broken bat. Floated out to center field. It's caught. Parker Meadows makes the catch. And the game is over. Bowie loads the bases with no outs in the 9th. They strand them all, and they lose 4-3. So your final box score. Bowie scores 3 runs on 8 hits with no errors. They left on 6. Erie scores 4 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. They left on 6. Elvis Alvarado is the winning pitcher. He's 4-1 in the year. Jensen Elliott the loss, 6-3. While Adam Wolf picks up the save. It's his 3rd this season. Game was played in 2 hours and 22 minutes in front of a paid attendance at UPMC Park of 3,586. With the loss, Bowie falls back to 500, 62-62. 2-game losing streak for the Baysox. They're now 27-34 on the road. 19-27 in games decided by 1 run. With the win, Erie moves to 74-50 on the year, a 2-game winning streak. The Seawolves are 38-23 at home and 20-21 in games decided by 1 run. Bowie and Erie now are even again in the Southwest Division for the second half. They have identical 35-20 records. We'll look at the rest of the Eastern League and get you an update on the full standings when we return as we break right now on Baysox postgame. Bowie falls 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.valleyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox. Back one last time here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox fall 4-3.
Matt Sabatis with you for Baysox postgame as we get ready to close up shop. A quick cruise around the Eastern League. Akron is going to pick up a win today as they lead 8-4 in the bottom of the ninth inning against Altoona. Already 2 outs and the base is empty there. Altoona would have to go on a big run. That does not help anyone in the standings as Akron is going to gain a game over the Baysox. They just wrapped up that game, so Akron does gain a game on the Baysox. They're now 4 games out of first place. Erie and Bowie are tied for first place, of course. An Altoona loss, of course, doesn't mean much. They still remain 6.5 games out of first place at the end of the day. Other scores in the Eastern League as Richmond leading Harrisburg 4-2. A 3-run first inning has done most of the damage there. They're in the bottom of the 8th at the Diamond. And Portland leading New Hampshire 3-2 in the 6th. Reading just dominating Hartford. A 9-run 4th inning gives them an 11-0 lead in the 5th. And they're in the 7th over in Binghamton. Somerset leads 4-1. Around the Orioles organization, Norfolk leading Lehigh Valley 3-0. That's the Phillies affiliate. Delmarva currently shutting out Fredericksburg 1-0 just after the stretch down in Virginia. And Aberdeen trails Hickory 3-2 in the 6th. Of course, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and it was not another good one today, as Bowie loses by 1 run for the 2nd consecutive night. 4-3 against the Erie Seawolves. 2 sides are back at it again tomorrow when Chase McDermott gets the ball for Bowie. 0-1, a 10.38 ERA for the right-hander. Right-hander Wilmer Flores goes for Erie, 5-2 with a 2.51 ERA. 4:05 first pitch, 3:45 DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Thank you so much for stopping by this evening. Matt Sabatis from UPMC Park saying have a good rest of your night, folks. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.